We all have seen the main shark movies like Jaws, The Shallows, Deep Blue Sea, and 47 Meters Down. Those mainstream shark movies aren't the only decent shark movies out there though, and there are plenty that you would probably enjoy watching if you like the horror subgenre. This list is going to be 9 fun shark thriller movies out there that you probably haven't seen and should check out. There will be no spoilers in this video, so if you decide you want to watch one, you can go in without knowing the ending. I will put the timestamps for all movies in the description below along with the streaming services the movies are offered on if they are. With that being said, here we go. Number 9. Great White. 2021. With the great Martin Wilson directing, Great White seems to have everything a creature feature fan might be looking for in a thrilling shark movie: the blood, the screams, the clear tone of panic in the dialogue, and the failed attempts to make it out alive. Great White follows 5 passengers stranded on a raft after their plane gets destroyed in a tragic accident that caused the plane to free fall into the unforgiving ocean. They all join forces to think of a solution, but their small fragile lifeboat is not strong enough to survive the massive great white shark that targets them, and clearly has human flesh on its mind. As some of them get snatched by the big sharp teeth of the shark, the others helplessly scream in terror and have no idea what to do, as there is nowhere to go except wide open blue ocean in every direction. As the shark randomly picks his prey, the hope to survive gets smaller and smaller for the stranded characters. It's one of the movies that would remind you of nature's random aggressiveness and the human incapacity of being able to stop it. Number 8. The Reef Stalked. 2022. The Reef Stalked is a sequel to the 2010 film The Reef, but follows a completely new set of characters, and really the only thing that can compare the two movies is that they are about sharks. Sort of like the 47 Meters Down movies or the open water movies. Don't need to see the first one to watch the second one and know what is going on. In this one, in an effort to heal after witnessing her sister's horrific murder a few days earlier, Nikki, her sister Annie, and 2 close friends travel to a remote Pacific island for a kayaking and diving adventure. They all think it will help them get their mind off the tragedy that they are experiencing, but they will soon wish they stayed on land. Only hours into their expedition, the women are stalked and then attacked by a massive great white shark who is preying upon them. To survive, the women will need to band together, and Nikki will have to overcome her post-traumatic stress, face her fears, and slay a monster, or else her and her friends will never make it home. Will the girls or the shark win this head-to-head battle? Number 7. The Requin. 2022. The Requin, also known as From Below in the United Kingdom, is another shark thriller that will have you on the edge of your seat the whole film. Written and directed by Uncaged, the movie depicts a grieving married couple's thrilling story after the vacation of their dreams in a tourist retreat in Vietnam turns into a fight for survival against, once again, a great white shark. As soon as Jalen and Kyle are settled in, a big tropical storm mercilessly sweeps them out to sea. Kyle is immediately injured in the accident, which leaves Jalen with the leading responsibility of rescuing both herself and her husband, or else they will perish. Despite the couple's frantic efforts to draw the attention of passing ships, they are soon surrounded by many great white sharks who end up tragically ending Kyle's time in the film and breaking Jalen's heart. Requin is definitely not for the fans of cheap thrills, as it doesn't introduce the white sharks until much later in the film. The story on the exciting anticipation of the couple's critical situation and on the possibility of danger as opposed to danger itself is what makes it a great shark movie you should check out. Number 6. The Black Demon. 2023. In this 2023 thriller, Paul Sturges takes his family on a trip to Baja, Mexico because he has to inspect an oil rig for the company he owns, as some chemicals were recently spilled, and before the rig, named El Diamante, can get back up and running, it must pass inspection. Upon arrival, they discover the town the rig is located off is in complete ruins and looks like it had just been hit with a tragic disaster, as it was just a vibrant and alive city a few years back. Well, Paul will soon find out that the town and the neighboring ocean encountered a massive and deadly megalodon shark known as El Demonio Negro, as the locals have named it, which translates into the Black Demon. Stranded on the dilapidated rig with limited time and constant shark attacks, Paul and his family must fight for survival and find a way back to shore before it's too late. It becomes a thrilling battle between man and nature in this harrowing adventure that is obviously trying to capitalize off the success of The Meg with Jason Statham, but still a good time. Number 5. Shark Night. 2011. Shark Night is another delightfully thrilling movie about surviving the giant ocean predators, only this time not in an ocean. With David R. Ellis at the helm directing, who does a great job featuring the terrifying fight between the fun, rootable characters and an uncompromising group of sharks and fellow villains. The story follows college student Sarah and her friends as they plan to have a fun weekend at her parents' cabin on an island as they have just finished their final exams. However, things take a very dark turn rather quickly after their star football player friend Malik gets injured following a wakeboarding crash while boating and has his arm completely removed from his body after falling in the lake. As their friends gather the boats to transport him to a hospital, they realize they are surrounded by a group of hungry sharks all throughout the freshwater lake. Despite being negatively received by critics, the movie is still an enjoyable watch and puts together a shark movie like Jaws with your everyday slasher flick and is a good time, at least in my opinion. The question we must ask is, how did these sharks get in this freshwater lake? Number 4. Shark Bait. 2022. 5 friends go partying in Mexico for spring break, and on their last day, they decide to be rebels and they steal a couple jet skis that had the keys in them on the shore and they drive them out to sea. They aren't very good drivers and accidentally crash into each other, and one of the guys has his leg broken, and then the jet skis are both trashed and unable to start. One of the skis actually sinks to the bottom of the ocean, so all they have is one broken ski for 5 criminal friends to float on. They slowly start to realize that the current is sweeping them away from land, and if they wait too long, they will drift out too far with no chance in hell at making the swim back. One of the guys offers to swim to shore and get help to come back and rescue the others, but once he starts his journey to the beach, a vicious shark shows up and devours him right in front of their eyes. The group knows they are in grave danger, but will they find a way to get back to the shore and not be the next meal for the sharks, or will they get exactly what they deserve? Number 3. The Reef. 2010. At number 8 on this list was The Reef Stalked, and I said it was a sequel to The Reef, and that is the entry coming in at number 3 on this list. The Reef features low-budget charm that plays heavily into the fact it avoids the use of CGI and uses real-life sharks for all of their shots. The believability of the danger involved is vital in creating a truly impactful shark attack movie, and unfortunately, many movies will fall into the trap of creating potentially tacky beasts of the sea when that isn't realistic one bit. However, in using real-life sharks, the story becomes far more believable and, in that state, relatable, as the viewers can imagine themselves in the same exact predicament. When a sailboat capsizes along the Great Barrier Reef, the passengers of the boat must find some way to survive in the heavily shark-infested waters. Hope lies on a not-so-far-off island, and an unbearable level of suspense is dreadful as the fight for survival ensues. The friends will argue about what the best decision is to do and makes you wonder what really would be the best choice in this current situation. Number 2. Bait. 2012. Bait provides a unique storyline to the list of shark attack movies and turns an ordinary supermarket into a death trap with water seeping in everywhere. During a massive tidal wave, an underground supermarket gets flooded, and the sharks waste no time in moving in. You would think getting trapped in a flooded underground supermarket was bad enough, but the sharks added and make for a great watch. The acting in this movie is super incredible for the budget, and the subtle effects used to create the sharks help elevate the tension and bring bigger gasps when the brutal killings do occur. It's an underrated gem of a shark movie that seamlessly falls into being a true horror movie and horror junkies will enjoy heavily. This movie really does bring some fresh ideas into play that haven't been used before, which is refreshing. However, it was not well received upon release and received a mostly negative reception. Regardless, it's still a movie that can appeal to many out there, including myself, and provides enough thrills to warrant a watch if you are looking for a nice thriller. Number 1. 47 Meters Down Uncaged. 2019. Probably the most mainstream movie on this list, but I am still shocked to see how many people haven't actually seen this one. It is a sequel to the 2017 thriller 47 Meters Down, but once again, isn't related to the first movie in any way except the fact sharks are preying upon some girls who seem to be stuck in a bad situation. In this one, 4 teenage girls go on a diving adventure to explore a submerged Mayan city without their father's permission, who is the owner of the diving equipment they use. Once inside the incredible underwater city, their rush of excitement turns into a jolt of terror, as they discover the sunken ruins are a hunting ground for deadly great white sharks who have evolved from being blind and do not need to see to attack their prey. With their air supply steadily dwindling and the way they came being blocked off by a boulder that fell, the friends must navigate the underwater labyrinth of claustrophobic caves and eerie tunnels in search of a way out of their watery hell. And then when the girls do find their way out of the cave system, they must figure out a way to climb the cliff to safety, or none of it will matter and they will perish. Well, that is it for this list. Any other great shark movies that you would recommend that others probably haven't seen? Let me know. Thanks for watching.